Hello, this is my first audio recorded video, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a character in Blender. First, I'm going to do SZ2, then S.5. So now I've got this little guy right here. Going to create a plane, drag it down, scale 10. Yeah, it's not on the ground. Okay, now that I've got this, you want to make sure you go into Blender Game, drag this up, change it to Logic Editor. Now with the cube selected, you want to add a sensor, keyboard, no Shift D doesn't work on it. Keep adding keyboard. Add 5 of them, and if you're wondering how I did that without pressing any buttons, I did Shift R to repeat the last thing I did. And I'm going to, because I want this to be forward, I'm going to say negative X is forward. And it doesn't really matter because the axes for this guy are going to just be his local axes, so I'm going to do W for forward. Name them in case you need to find them. Go backwards. Yeah, let's do backwards. Okay, we're going to do S for this. Just going to set up the standard WASD. Key straight left A. Key straight right D. Okay, now this one is key jump. The names, you don't need to name them. I just like to name them so I can find them easily. Now that I've got all these collapsed, they're just mostly packed right there. I'm going to add 5 motion in actuators. Just making sure that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to go into this one. I'm just going to do not forward, and instead of leaving it as simple motion, do character motion. This I want actually like forward on the actually no, positive X. Okay, positive X is forward. Just for how I'm going to make it. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be positive X to be forward. Positive, meant to say positive X doesn't have to be forward. I cannot talk. Okay. So I'm just going to put it at 10. And leave it like that. Oh, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to turn on pulse mode for all of these, except for jump. Leave the jump and keep pulse mode off for that one. It's going to do negative Y. Oh, character motion. Put that back there. Straight left. Just name them like this so I can use my finger. Okay, so Y positive on the y-axis, and make sure this is checked local. So it's not say you did X while you're rotated this way. It will just strafe to the left. So yeah, make sure it's local. So it's going to go like that. Strafe right. -, -y. Yep. Always make sure you have all of them right. Now this you want to put on character motion and click this very convenient jump button. Now just connect all these together. I just use and controllers because you don't need to have like different controllers like that. I just use and controllers with the number set to 1, so you only need 1 to send out a positive signal. Next episode I'll explain what some more of these controllers, sensors, and actuators do. Connecting the dots. Okay, now I've got all of these connected. Make sure you're in Blender game. Then I'm going to press P to play. Now I can move back, forward, left, and right. And how do you look around? I will show you how to do that right now. I am going to Shift S cursor to center just to make sure. Shift A, or you can just go over here. I would just prefer Shift A. Camera. Alt R, Alt G, just to make sure all its rotations and oh, also do Alt S. That's a handy one. Just make sure. I'm going to do RX90. Oh no, RX90 left click. Oh, and then RZ -90. There. So you want to be facing forward. I was going to go into side. No, what's this? Front? Yeah, front. And how I'm toggling these is the number pad. 1 is for front, 2 is for you. Don't quite know what 2 does yet. That's confusing. Okay, 3 is right, 4. Oh, okay. You only need 1 and 3. Oh, and 7. That is top. And you can do Control 1 to do back, Control 3 to do left, and Control 7 to do bottom. That's just some handy tips. And 5 to toggle orthographic. I'm just going to drag this up here. And you can also do Z to go into wireframe. That's a very handy tip. I'm going to scale this down so it just fits inside it. If you have any bugs, just tell me in the description. Okay, so I'm going to select the camera, then shift select the cube, and you Control P object. That basically made this cube the parent of the camera, so whenever the cube moves around, it follows. But whenever the camera moves around, nothing follows it, unless something is parented to the camera. So for this, I'm going to select the camera, add a sensor, and this time it will be mouse. Okay, I'm going to name it mouse. Okay, and then event, mouse event, movement. And then add controller and this, some people use Python scripting for this, but you can do it without any scripting. I'm just going to add an actuator. Mouse. Then change it from visibility to look. And you want this to not use the x-axis. Or, what is that? No, you want to use the x-axis and not the y-axis. So yeah. Then just connect the dots. Okay. Now you're going to shift select the cube and then add a mouse actuator onto the cube. Change it to look and disable the x-axis. I'm just going to scroll down. Then connect this to that. Connect this to that. This is going to just be up/down. Just naming them also in case I need to find them. I know what they're called. Look, left/right. Okay, now I've got all these named and all of the setup. Now I can go out of wireframe 0 and make sure to delete this camera first. Then go into 0 and play. Hang on a sec, sorry. Something. Oh yeah. I think. I think this is only supposed to use the x-axis. And this. Yeah, the cube is supposed to use the x-axis. This is supposed to use the y-axis. Is that? Yeah, that fixed it. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just going to go back to here. If you want this to be a first-person shooter, I will show you how to do that next episode. Actually, yeah, I'll show you how to do that next episode. Bye! Have a nice day.